Hi, I'm Jenny from the Homegrown Herbalist School of Botanical Medicine, and today we are going to play Name That Herb. Welcome to Name That Herb. Here's how it works. I'm going to give you a set of clues about a particular medicinal plant, and when you think you've got it figured out, feel free to leave your guess in the comments section. Let's get started. Your first clue, traditional medicine. Today's herb has a long, rich history of use in traditional medicine, especially traditional Chinese medicine and Russian folk medicine. It does not have much of a historical presence in Native American folk medicine or Ayurvedic medicine because of its natural habitat, which brings us to your second clue, habitat. This mystery herb is native to Russia and parts of northeastern Asia. It can be grown in the United States, but it requires a really cold winter and a cool fall and spring in order to really thrive. Clue 3, medicinal properties. This herb is a renowned adaptogen, meaning that it can help the body adapt to stress and maintain balance. This herb can enhance energy and reduce overall fatigue. Our mystery herb is a whole body tonic that stimulates and benefits almost every single organ and system of the body. And it has a really cooling yin energy that is not too taxing to the body, unlike some other herbal stimulants. And that makes it really perfect for people who are elderly, or for children, or for people who are convalescing from a really long illness. Today's herb improves libido and fertility in men. Ladies, this is an important side effect to keep in mind when adding this to your husband's herbal routine, as you may choose to discontinue his use of fresh garlic at this time. You're welcome. Clue 4, folklore. In Russian, Siberian, and Chinese folklore, this herb is a symbol of resilience, and it was believed that eating the root would impart the strength and stamina of a tiger. Clue 5, trivia. During the Cold War, the Soviet Union kept their use of adaptogenic herbs, including this herb, a state secret. They believed that it could provide their military and their athletes with a competitive edge. And it was even used in their space program by their astronauts to enhance physical and cognitive performance. And it was really at this time that when all this research was being done by the Soviet Union during the Cold War, that this herb was brought into the spotlight. Previously, it had been kind of an unknown folk remedy, but this research brought it to the attention of the rest of the world, and at this time it started being used in other countries for other healing modalities. All right, that was your last clue. Leave any final guesses in the comments section. Siberian ginseng, Eleutherococcus senticosus. This herb is one of my absolute favorite adaptogens. My family uses it for all kinds of things. It's always on our shelf. It's great for general stress. It is stimulating, so it can give you a nice, even energy boost without that huge crash that you can get from caffeinated soda pop. My son takes it because it helps with his insomnia. And he first started taking it because he'd had a couple of bad nights and he was really groggy and grumpy. And so he took it in the morning for a much needed energy boost. But he noticed after a couple of days of taking it that he would sleep like a rock that night, which is really kind of counterintuitive, right? Because it is a stimulant. But Siberian ginseng benefits and promotes deep, restful sleep indirectly in a lot of ways. One of those being that it evens out cortisol levels. It regulates cortisol levels. Cortisol is that stress hormone. And cortisol is supposed to be tied to our circadian rhythms. that particular stress hormone is supposed to be higher in the mornings and sort of lower in the evenings. But sometimes our cortisol levels and our circadian rhythms get out of whack. And that's why we find ourselves lying awake at 1 a.m. in the morning trying to solve the mysteries of life, the universe, and everything. It's a terrible time. I know we've all been there. But Siberian ginseng really helps to synchronize and reconnect your cortisol levels with your circadian rhythms. Do not take it right before bed. It is a stimulant. You will be wired all night. Take it in the mornings, though. It really, really does help with sleep. I also like to use it to support immunity, and it's especially helpful in fighting respiratory infections. With influenza viruses specifically, Siberian ginseng stops viruses from attaching to host cells. Siberian ginseng also stimulates the body's production of antibodies and lymphocytes. And it can also reduce the expression of inflammatory cytokines. So it's really, really helpful in addressing symptoms of influenza that are tied to inflammation. It has some pretty impressive antibacterial actions too. It keeps bacteria from forming biofilms, and it has just tons of other really, really cool antimicrobial properties. We'll have to go down that fun rabbit hole another day. We will be here for hours if we start talking about Siberian ginseng and antimicrobial properties. We should do it sometime. That is it for today's episode. If you would like to learn more about Siberian ginseng, consider joining the Homegrown Herbalist School of Botanical Medicine. We love our adaptogens over there. We talk about them a lot. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so that you never miss an episode of Name That Herb. And leave me a comment. I would love to hear which clue gave it away for you. I'm Jenny from the Homegrown Herbalist School of Botanical Medicine. Thanks for listening.